Hi, this is Austin Parsons, Pitmaster with Smoky Mountain Q in Nashville, Tennessee, and you are listening to the BBQ Central Show.
Happy to have you aboard here for the really big barbecue show.
Boing. We cook because we have to, and we grill because we want to. Hit me!
Fine, how's it going?
You have a great show. I'm a big fan.
Boing.
So what seems to be the problem here? This man looks like he's dead and he's in the crackle. Charbono! It's all about the Charbono, dude!
Succulent fish. What?
He ate 2 feet for wiener.
Now listen, Lavernius, shut your face.
I'm shaking like a dog shit peach seeds.
We have top men working on it right now. Top men.
Welcome to the second hour of the Barbecue Central Show. Social distancing at breakneck speeds. Corona-free barbecue talk for all of your special wants, needs, and or otherwise. Hit me up on the telly, 216-220-0966, or on the email, Greg at the BBQ Central Show. If you missed the first hour, you missed Ted Conrad talking about some of the new stuff. What? Also, you missed Derek Riches, our fourth Tuesday of the month, one of our fourth Tuesday of the month regular guests, talking about HPBA, some supply chain issues that might slow down manufacturing and so forth. Podcast for the first hour will be up tomorrow. Thursday, we'll see the second hour, and I'll tell you about Friday here in a second. Don't forget, coming up on the show still is the what are we calling it? American Idol Barbecue Central Show edition, where myself and Jeff Rice and Doug Scheiding and John Solberg will each be taking our hand at the mega classic smash hit by supergroup Thin Lizzy, Jailbreak. At some point in the 70s, I think that was released. It's a guitar-driven track, and we are going to give it our best efforts. Now, in advance, I will tell you that we are not going to do the full-on piss everybody off and make everybody tune out. We all sing live. No. We have sacrificed, but we have taken our sacrifice for your gain, where we have done an abridged version of the song. So you're not getting the same full-length song 4 times. That we would be here forever. But we have taken 2 verses and 2 choruses. So if you're familiar with the song, when they go, break out, that's where the song ends. There's a whole other verse and many other choruses after that. There's a long guitar break. Screw all that. But we're coming up with singing here in a minute. Before we get into that, we'll have some other discussions. But the American Idol Barbecue Central Show edition is coming up, and it is for your entertainment only. Don't forget, you can follow me socially at BBQ Central Show on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, and TikTok /BBQ Central Show on Facebook, where you can find a live internet feed. Coming up on the best moments of the Barbecue Central Show in 10 minutes or less this Friday, I am happy to tell you that 117 episodes in, we take you back to March 23rd, 2010. So that is 10 years ago and just a few days. The ever-popular Barbecue Round Table will make an appearance this coming Friday. While I haven't done a round table in many years, for many reasons, I might add, a lot of people are always coming at me with, oh man, the best shows were the round table shows. Well, guess what? 10 years ago, you know what was really popular? Barbecue competitions were really popular. Do you know what not really? Do you know what not? Do you know what's not really popular right now? Barbecue competitions. If it's not popular, why would I put out for your consumption a competition barbecue roundtable, which is exactly what this was? So for those that have been emailing in asking about the competition roundtables, I'm feeding your beast this Friday, for crying out loud. So we will take you back to appearances by the likes of somebody called the Barbecue Pimp, Kyle Laval from the Slabs, Scott Key, pitmaster of Little Pigtown. I don't even know if he competes anymore. And sponsor of this show and the maker of Butcher Barbecue and Wild Seasoning products, David Bosket. That's how long we've been having conversations with David Bosket, at least 10 years on a semi-recurring basis. David comes on and talks about stuff in the barbecue and grilling industry. And back in March 23rd of 2010, he was 1/3 of the panel that talked competition pork butt roundtable back then. And as I always say, when you go back this length of, can you imagine that 10 years ago, I had already been doing the show for 2 years? That seemed like a long time. And then add 8 on top of that, 10 years. Now, the interesting part to all of these, especially with the competition and the backyard roundtables, is if you have never heard one of these, it lets you wet your whistle, if you will. It will take a good 10-minute snapshot of the show, hopefully enticing you to go back and listen to the whole show, because there is a link in the show notes that'll take you back to the entire show. But what I like is to go back and listen to and see what were you doing at the end of March 2010, because typically the concept of the show was I was taking the previous year's top 3 category cooks and doing these roundtables with them. So we had the top 3 brisket cooks, top 3 chicken cooks, top 3 rib cooks, top 3 pork cooks. I don't recall off the top of my head if those were the 1, 2, and 3 pork cooks of what would have been a 2009 competition season for the KCBS, but they were really good at that point in 2010. So to hear what they were doing in 2010, now fast forward 10 years later, how much of that is still an application? Certainly they're using pork butt still. But what was the cooker of choice back in 2010? Were they wrapping? Were they injecting? What kind of rubs were they using? How were they cooking it? How were they serving it? How long were they holding it? Were they just cutting off money? But did anybody know what the hell money muscle was in 2010, for crying out loud? Always fun to go back and listen to 10 years ago and then apply it to current day and see what's happening. It's great. So that'll be in your podcast feed coming up on Friday for episode 117, and we thank John Solberg for continuing to put those together. Also, if you aren't subscribed to the podcast feed, you're missing the bonus content that I had mentioned in the first hour. This past Saturday, Sunday, and yesterday, Monday, I had released 3 bonus episodes into the podcast feed with Nick Solaris, Sam the Cooking Guy, and Sean Walchef from Cali Comfort Barbecue. So if you're not subscribe to that. You'll have not only the replay tomorrow in the podcast feed, but you can go back and listen to 3 additional shows. So there you go. Now, I've been thinking about getting to this for a little while, and it's called The Runner's High. I'm not the guy that gets on social media and shows you that I cook a lot. I will take pictures of food and what I'm going to cook tonight. I think it's semi-inherent of me to keep my social media full of cooking stuff if I'm going to post. So I'm not going to post anything about my family or my kids or anything like that because I don't want to do that. It's not my place to post about them on my social media, so I just have it for show stuff. So, yesterday I was cooking steak. I took some pictures of what it looked like rubbed and the raw steak. I could never get to the finished shot because I'm just eating it. But you will notice that a lot of people are really into showing how they're working out and how they're getting after it, getting fit, and all this other stuff. And for well over a year now, from the time we brought in the 3rd cat, which would make 3 cats that I don't want in my house, by the way, but when we took in the 3rd cat, well, this mother effer was getting up at 4:30 in the morning, and he would just sit there and beat at our bedroom door. And it wasn't like an infant where you just let it cry itself back to sleep. He was insistent, pounding. Let him in. This went on for like a couple months. And then January of last year, I said, I have had it. My wife was telling me I might have heart disease because of a history of the family on my side, and the cat won't let me sleep past 4:30. F this. I'm just going to get up and start running because I have treadmill, elliptical machine, some loose weights scattered around the basement area. So I started running. Well, fast forward a year later, every morning, 4 times a week, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, I'm up, run a 5K. There's no cardiac benefit to running anything more than a 5K. So if you're running right now and you're just doing it for cardiac benefit, you're not training for anything distance-wise, don't run anything more than a 5K. You're fooling yourself. You're making yourself look like a fool. Hence the fooling yourself part. People talk about this runner's high. When the hell does the runner's high kick in? I've been running 4 times a week, 14 miles a week, whatever the hell the math is on 3.1 times 4. Sometimes 5 a week. I have never once experienced runner's high. I'm only experiencing runner's dread. Every freaking morning I hit that tread. So you can be damn sure that I'm not going to be videotaping me running if I'm not in a runner's high. I think that's a bunch of BS. And I'm running fast at this point. 7 minute, 20-second mile clips. There's no runner's high, just runner's regret for 23 minutes. Every single time. From the minute I get up till the minute I get off, I hate every second of it. No runner's high. No runner's reward. No anything positive. Just pain. All right. Embedded Correspondents coming up next. And the American Idol Barbecue Central Show edition. Guest judges have just made it into the house here, by the way. You're probably going to have to share microphones and stuff there. There's a headset there and a headset there. I don't know how many people were coming. Hey, let me talk to you quickly about Southside Market and Barbecue. Established in 1882, Southside is the oldest barbecue joint in Texas. They've been owned and operated by the same family for 3 generations. Famous for the original beef sausage. Coarse ground and a natural pork casing. Also, they have authentic Central Texas barbecue. All meats, including the prime briskets. Smoked low and slow for many hours over real Texas post oak wood. They ship nationwide via the online store, SouthsideMarket.com. And they ship fresh and smoked sausages nationwide. All shipped items vacuum sealed to ensure freshness and ease of preparation for the customer. Processed in that on-site USDA-inspected facility. 2 restaurants to eat in if you want to eat in. Elgin, Texas since 1882. Bastrop, Texas since 2014. Grocery distribution through Texas and many surrounding states. Here's the best part of the whole damn thing. 10% off coupon code for online orders purchased when you go to SouthsideMarket.com when you're using code BBQ Central. All one word, lowercase, BBQ CENTRAL, BBQ Central. 10% off your first order, your 10th order, your 110th order when you go to SouthsideMarket.com. I know the guys are excited. I couldn't be more excited. The ladies are excited. There's a lot of excitement. Are you excited? I know I am. Everybody's excited. It's the American Idol Barbecue Central Show edition coming up. Stick around. We'll be right back.
Monthly visits from a killer hog, a cooking guy, a man named Meathead, the author of Barbecue Bible, a grill girl, a bristly barbecue journalist, and the malfeasance of the barbecue world known as the Embedded Correspondents. Only found right here on the BBQ Central Show.
All right, welcome back. This portion of the show being brought to you by... Where am I? CookinPellets.com. No. Pit Barrel Cookers, that's right. The most unbelievable outdoor cooking appliance ever. Currently available in 2 different sizes, a host of accessories as well. Whether you're a beginner or professional, it's definitely a cooker you want to add to the arsenal. No doubt about it. Visit pitbarrelcooker.com and tell them the Barbecue Central Show has sent you. All right, it is the fourth Tuesday of the month, and you know what that means. We are rejoined by the group known as the Barbecue Malfeasance of the industry, the Embedded Correspondents, as they are loading in. It is John Solberg, Doug Scheiding, and Jeff Rice. Texas, Michigan, and Wisconsin, respectively. Gentlemen, appreciate you making time here. I know everybody's excited to get to the singing aspect of this, but we will temper excitement. This is what Bob Barker used to do best when he was host of The Price is Right. He would build excitement. He would build anticipation. So while I am teasing it, we will talk about a few other items here before we get to the singing. First things first, coronavirus 2020, and we'll start with the longest-running correspondent of the show, Doug Scheiding. What have you been doing to flatten the curve, Doug?
Well, a couple of things. Even before we started to try to flatten the curve, we were staying at home, working half time. Here they have the marketing slogan of "Stay home, stay safe," and so that I guess that's better than sheltering in place. But that's what they're calling it here in San Antonio. Actually, it begins for us tonight, and so hopefully for the last week or week and a half, we've been one person in the office and trying to telecommute as much as possible. So that's what we've been doing here, just from a work standpoint. And then actually my wife works at a hospital, and she's a social worker, and they actually made it possible for her to start working at home for the next week or two as well. All right.
John, what are you doing to flatten the curve?
Well, as a longtime telecommuter, I've been flattening the curve for a long time.
That's right.
So just keeping doing what I'm doing until I'm not doing it anymore, which is soon. But just staying home, staying in, minimal trips out, limiting contact with my elderly parents, making their food drops remotely. Hey, it's right inside the back door. See you guys later. Staying away from everybody, and just washing my hands incessantly.
Ricer, flattening curve.
Well, number one, we actually loaded up a little bit extra on our groceries compared to what we usually do.
You weren't hoard buying like those assholes, were you?
No. Instead of buying 1 gallon of milk, you buy 2, so nothing crazy. But yesterday when I was in the Register's of Deeds office, I actually wore some black nitrile gloves. And everybody gave me some stares, but I'm like, hey, people pick their nose and wipe it on the keyboard. I don't care, but I don't need the corona. So that's kind of how it is. That's kind of what I'm doing. But remember, Greg, I live in Nowhereville. So I think it's just going to dissipate before it even gets into our town. At least I hope I do.
Yeah, you hope. All right. What's the biggest positive that has surfaced for you during this time, Jeff?
Is there really a positive? I mean, but
we have to look for silver linings. Otherwise, we're drifting amiss.
Well, I'm not traveling the state as much for my job, my regular day job. So I have been spending a little bit more time with the kids and messing with a new cooker that I got. So that's maybe a positive thing. The wife is still working. She works in healthcare. So, yeah, I mean, maybe a little bit more time with the boys because they're not in school. That's about it. Other than that, stinks.
John, silver linings?
Well, as the uncertainty of my career and my profession is unknown, I am getting ready to fulfill my destiny, whatever that is. The positive for me is whatever's next, it's going to be awesome, because I'm pretty sure what it is now, it won't be.
All right. That seems ominous to a certain degree. Doug, silver linings for you at all?
Well, like everybody else, I'm looking forward to actually cleaning out my freezer. My wife is very much looking forward to cleaning out some of the frozen meat that I've got in the freezer. So hopefully we can see the bottom in the next couple of weeks. And also I got reintroduced to my sexy home fitness trainer, the rowing machine.
How about that?
I've actually started using the rowing machine again since I can't go to the gym Monday through Thursday.
All right. I was just bitching about the runner's high. Are you a runner at all, Doug, or no?
No, I can't because of my torn meniscus. That's why I gave up tennis. But I hated running when I could run. So yeah, I don't like that.
All right. So when and we're merely speculating here, boys. So allow me to say that up front. But when do we think we might resume a normal life, John?
Man, I got my fingers crossed on August.
August? That's 5 months from now. Holy shit.
Well, what do you think? It's going to be longer? It's not going to be any sooner than that.
I agree with that.
It's like, but I think I'm cautiously optimistic at August.
Wow. Jeff, your thoughts on resuming normal life?
I'm going to kind of go in the middle of the summertime. I'm hoping that, summertime usually seems like that stuff goes away, but, there always is that reoccurrence problem. It could come back in the fall again. But really, are we ever going to get rid of this? I mean, somebody's going to come up with like the Splats virus next, and it's like, I dirtied my panties, so let's get an oxygen mask out, So I don't know, really, if you look at it, I think this is going to be here for a while, bud. I really do.
All right, Doug, do you have any idea when we might resume a normal life?
Well, obviously, I'm the optimist, and this is the second time I've been an optimist today, which is not my usual mode of operandi. So I think that we can hopefully in 30 days, can we please get back to normal in 30 days? If we shut down everything like we're supposed to, we've hit the nuclear button, so hopefully it doesn't last on for too long.
All right, well, let me research that particular 30 days. No, it doesn't look like we'll be back to normal in 30 days. I did the research just then. Now, let me turn the tables here really quick, and we'll go to the ladies. Girls, when do you think that? Hold on. Let me go to the different screenshot here. Where do I want to go? Oh dear, I should have done a better job of this. Hold on.
We don't have to be on camera.
Sure you do. Everybody's got to be on camera. Yeah, I can hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now. When do you think that we're going to be back in normal life?
It better be next week. May. I got plans. May.
This is the youth of America, gentlemen, that you're listening to.
May.
Marley, when do you think we'll be back?
End of May.
End of May?
End of May.
All right. Bob?
I don't know.
Okay, good thought there. Good thought. And Maddie, what do you think?
I don't know.
All right, great.
No one can say for sure.
Okay, well, I'm going to put all you guys back on mute, adding nothing to the conversation as usual. All right, guys, so let's transition out. We've talked a little coronavirus, which is fun, and we'll see how that pans out, of course. There is a missing component that we have had for many years, as the Embedded Correspondents segment is, and that is one Steve Wright. He is no longer here. He's out. Get that freak stuff out of here. As I had mentioned a couple weeks ago, and I had gotten some emails directly to me saying, what's the real reason that Steve left? The reason that you gave us was a little ubiquitous, maybe nebulous or not a lot of detail. And I said, well, there's a reason for that, because I was just telling you what I was told. I wasn't given a lot of detail or anything. So what can I tell you? Which leads to a great Embedded Correspondents question, of course, and we will run around the dais. We'll start with John Solberg. John, why do you think Steve left the show?
I think Steve is a front runner, and I think he was way in front of us on flattening the curve. I think he got way out in front of it and created his social distancing, 2-3 weeks before we did.
Really?
I think he's like the Nostradamus of the ECs, or former EC.
He saw it coming, and that was it. Had to get out. All right. Jeff Reiser, you're the new blood here. Well, why do you think Steve left the show?
Well, I'm disappointed that he left the show, because he's the guy that kind of found me and introduced me to you fellas. But I really think he watched too many of my videos and sees that I drink Corona all the time. And we all know that Steve struggles a little bit with technology. And I think he was worried that I might sneeze in the camera lens or something. So he's like, I'm out of here, man.
He was afraid to catch the Corona from Jeff Reiser. I see.
Exactly.
Very good. All right. Doug, you a thought on why Steve left the show?
Yeah, I have a couple. I think first and foremost, he did not want to do the EC Jailbreak idol.
That was the straw that broke the camel's back.
That was it.
Wow.
That was it. Other things, I think he had some personal stuff going on, and truthfully, it's hard to be the lead dog when he wanted to concentrate on his own YouTube channel, and he wants to be the next Greg Rempe. So it's hard to be the lead dog, and he needed to go off and do his own thing and concentrate on his own YouTube.
All right.
That's my thought.
All right. So there you go. We're getting ready. Guys, I can't tell you how long I've been waiting to say. Now, hold on a second. Let me do this real quick. Let me go. Hold on. Go ahead.
Dad.
What?
I have friends who are waiting to listen.
Yeah?
And they don't want to wait anymore. Are we going to do this soon?
Now, hold on a goddamn second.
Actually, I know why Steve left.
Maddie, you know why Steve
I
left?
know.
All right. Let's hear it. Hold on. Oh, wait. Breaking news. Go ahead.
Mom did not like him.
That's not why. That's not why. All right, here we go. I've always wanted to. So now you guys sit there for a second, please, and get ready to start judging. Here we go.
Watching.
I've always wanted to say this. Hold on, let me transition here real quick. I got a lot of things happening here. I've always wanted to say this. Oh my God, we're very excited. We're starting to build a little tension, a little excitement. I want to welcome everybody to American Idol Barbecue Central Show edition. Here we go! Oh my God, we're so excited. Many people asking, how is this going to work? And I'm here to tell you all of the rules and regulations right now because I'm the host and I'm going to be singing. So 4 of us are going to be singing our own rendition of the mega hit Jailbreak by Thin Lizzy. Hall of Fame nominated. They've all been recorded. These are not live singing, so don't worry about that. Now, that being said, these tracks are not doctored in any way. It's each one of us singing. Voting will be done over the next 6 days. Monday at midnight Eastern, the voting will close. Top 3 vote getters will move on to next month. So all I need for you to do, if you're listening, is vote for all of us, and you have to put them in the order that you like the best. For instance, if you like Jeff the most, you put him first. If you like John the second most, you put him second, so on and so forth. But if you're going to submit a vote, you have to submit all of us so we can get a proper count. So to do it in order of who you like the best, rank down from there. Next month, top 3 vote getters will move on. And as a reward to making it to round 2, each singer will get to choose his song, and we'll continue on singing in a pre-recorded way. And then, final month, 2 months from now, if you can believe it, it's the longest-running game show ever. The top 2 vote getters will record a duet together, which will be played. And then, for the American public, we'll sing live on the show, if you can believe. How about that? Love it. We'll be singing live on the show. So, anybody has any questions, email me. I'm not going to go back through all the rules again, but remember, instant chat is fine to get an instant idea of how you think people have done. However, I need you to vote. So you're going to have to send in your votes through email, greg@thebbqcentralshow.com. And then we'll be off and running. Top 3 move on to next month, where we'll be picking our own songs. Now, through a very random way of figuring out how this is going to do, we'll, at my now concern, open up the mics to the ladies again. Ladies, who do you want to hear first? Jeff, John, Doug, or me?
Jeff.
You want to hear Jeff first, all right? Here we go. Hold on. Sorry. Here we go. Jeff Rice coming up first. Stand by. Here he is with his rendition of Jailbreak.
Tonight there's gonna be a jailbreak somewhere in this town. See me and the boys, we don't like it, so we're getting up and going down. High and low, looking right to left, If you see us come, I think it's best to move away. Do you hear what I say from under my breath? Tonight there's gonna be a jailbreak somewhere in the town. Tonight there's gonna be a jailbreak, so don't you be around. Don't you be around now, sugar. Tonight there's gonna be trouble. Some of us won't survive. See, the boys and me, we mean business. Busting out dead or alive. I can hear the hound dogs on my trail. All hell breaks loose, alarm sirens wail. Like a game, if you lose, go to jail. Tonight there's gonna be a jailbreak somewhere in the town. Tonight there's gonna be a jailbreak, so don't you be around. Tonight there's gonna be trouble, I'm gonna find myself in. Tonight there's gonna be trouble, so woman, stay with a friend. Oh yeah, you know it's safer there, 'cause I'm back, Racer, back to Barbecue Central Show. Break out.
All right, Jeff, fabulous job. Very good. I could see the pain in your eyes as that song was playing. All right. Let me get to my menus here. And the most important thing is judge reaction. So we go to the panel of expert judges. We go to youngest judge first, Marley Rempe. Marley, your thoughts on Jeff's performance?
It was pretty good.
Are you sure?
Yes, it's pretty good. Can't wait to hear the rest.
Okay, we go to second expert judge for instant feedback. We go to Madison. Your thought on Jeff's performance on the smash hit Thin Lizzy's Jailbreak?
There's room for improvement.
There's room for improvement. All right. Wow, it's very Simon Cowell of you. And finally, we go to star judge in the middle, Bobby Rempe, for her assessment of Jeff Reiser's Jailbreak.
Yes, great.
Go ahead and give us your opinion.
Now, I don't know what the original song sounds like, so I can't compare.
As a judge, you would never want to say that, so let's start again.
No, I'm going to say that.
Well, what do you think? I mean, how did it sound? Let's go. I didn't bring you in here to do nothing.
Let me finish talking, please.
Insolent.
I thought that you could improve. Some of the words sounded, it was like more talking than singing. And, I don't know, some...
wow.
Yeah, I just think you can...
All right. Thank you for the judges. Good night. Do you want to fire back at the judges, Jeff? Anything you want to say?
No, I mean, it was pretty good. I mean, I take that criticism well, so I think they did fine.
Something that you can apply to next month if America votes you through.
Actually study the words before I decide to sit down and record something.
Ah, okay. That's what you pulled out of that. Very good. All right, we're going to get to the remainder of the shows, and we'll be back right after we talk about Green Mountain Grills, of course. Some of the best pellet cookers out there on the market today. You have a couple different lines to choose from, the Choice line and the Prime line. Prime line is the newer version, a little bit more robust. 2 internal meat probes, peek-in windows on the cooking chamber and the pellet hopper. Now, if you don't want to spend a little bit of extra cash on the Prime, you can go Choice. Choice does not have Wi-Fi capability. So if that doesn't mean anything to you, Choice might be your pick of poison, if you will. They also have the ultra-portable Daniel Boone. I'm sorry, that's called a Davy Crockett. Daniel Boone is the midsize. Davy Crockett can go in the back of most trucks, vans, and SUVs. It can plug in right in your 12-volt plug into your car. And And that's where 12-volt technology was born, by the way, right in that cooker. And you're not sacrificing a tremendous amount of capacity for the convenience of taking it along with you. Now, if you want something for the patio, Jim Bowie or Daniel Boone are the ones you want to check out. Also, those two can accommodate the pizza oven. And as the expert judges would tell you, the pizza oven insert on the Green Mountain Grill is absolutely fun and exciting. We all love to turn out our pizzas. It's great. They have a number of accessories over at greenmountaingrills.com, so make sure that you check out the website and visit a dealer if you want to buy one of these cookers. They are a dealer only, so you got to go visit the store that is near you. They will educate you on exactly the cooker and how to run it and all that good stuff, and then you can take it home and have success right out of the box. It's Green Mountain Grills, longtime sponsor of this show and proud sponsor of the American Idol Barbecue Central Show Edition. We're back with more American Idol Barbecue Central Show Edition right after this.
Celebrating over 10 years of prolific and unparalleled live fire barbecue and grilling talk. And yes, it's still being done from Cleveland, Ohio. You're listening to the Barbecue Central Show.
And this portion of the show being brought to you by Smithfield. Grilling season is here now more than ever. Pitmasters like Chris Lilly, Darren Worth, Ernest Cervantes, and Childs Cridlin are using Smithfield. Mouth-watering flavor, no artificial ingredients, Smithfield fresh pork. Quite simply, some of the finest pork money can buy. Trusted by the choice of world champion pitmasters like Chris Lilly and Darren Worth and Ernest Cervantes. Smithfield.com is the place to go. All right, guys, as I can only imagine, bated breath is abound as we get ready to listen to another rendition of Thin Lizzy's Jailbreak. We go to the judges very quickly. Girls, who would you like to hear? John is a unanimous choice for next up, so we continue to get ready here. John, anything you want to say to the studio audience before we let it rip, as it were?
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. All right, girls, so take that into account as we get ready to judge John's rendition of Jailbreak. Here we go.
Tonight there's gonna be a jailbreak somewhere in this town. See, me and the boys, we don't like it. So we're getting up and going down. Hiding low, looking right to left. If he sees us coming, I think it's best to move away. Do you hear what I say from under my breath? Tonight there's gonna be a jailbreak somewhere in the town. Tonight there's gonna be a jailbreak, so don't you be around. Don't you be around. Tonight there's gonna be trouble. Some of us won't survive. See, me and the boys mean business. Busting out dead or alive. I can hear the hound dogs on my trail. All hell breaks loose, alarms and sirens wail. Like the game, if you lose, go to jail. Tonight there's gonna be a jailbreak somewhere in the town. Tonight there's gonna be a jailbreak, so don't you be around. Tonight there's gonna be trouble I'm gonna find myself in. Tonight there's gonna be trouble, so woman, stay with a friend. You know it's safer. The boys are back in town. Break out!
there it is. John Solberg's edition of Jailbreak. Wow, wait. Good job, John, there. And, of course, we now go to the expert panel of judges for their review, perhaps under protest at this point. But we will go to Marley first for her expert opinion, John Solberg's rendition of Thin Lizzy. What'd you think, Mark?
It sounded like he was just speaking and then they put music over it.
All right, so what would you say if he makes it to next month? Some advice for him to perhaps give you a more favorable review.
Try and actually sing it, maybe.
All right, brutal words from the 8th grader. We go to Maddie Rempe now for a John Solberg review. Maddie, what do you think?
Pretty much the same as what Marley said. We're just kind of talking and...
you want singing is what you're saying.
You missed the beat.
You missed the beat. All right, a little
kind
bit
of
the
rushed
beat.
at one point. Kind of sounds like country.
All right, sounds
I'm
like
not
country.
a fan of country.
All right. These are expert reviews. Expert reviews, please, gentlemen, please. And we go to Bobby for her review of John Solberg's Thin Lizzy Jailbreak.
Okay, so I agree with the two of them. It did sound like you were talking and that you were offbeat a little bit. Next time, I want you to get into the song, you know? Like, I really want to feel excited when I'm listening to the music and you're just, like, talking, like, monotone. I was really waiting for that moment and I just didn't get it.
Just didn't get it. All right. There you go. These are, let's say, harsh criticisms from the expert panel of judges, but that's all right. John, go ahead and anything you'd like to fire back to the judges.
No, I appreciate their input, and I will take that to the table, and I will make sure I connect with you next month when I'm back.
We'll see how America votes, of course. And here's how you do that. You send in an email, greg@thebbqcentralshow.com, and you rank first, second, third, and fourth. Your favorite is top, and then you rank accordingly below that. And the top 3 vote getters will move on and sing next month in April. All right, we open the mics back up. Who do you want to hear next, ladies?
Who was the other person?
Doug is the next.
Doug.
Or me, of course.
Doug.
All right, Doug is up next. That means the host will be going last this evening. And this is Doug's rendition of Jailbreak. Jug, anything you want to say before we get going here?
No, let's rock it.
All right, we will rock it. Here's Doug.
Tonight there's gonna be a jailbreak somewhere in this town. See me and the boys, we don't like it, so we're getting up and going down. Hiding low, looking right to left. If you see us coming, I think it's best to move away. Do you hear what I say? From underneath my breath. Tonight there's gonna be a jailbreak somewhere in the town. Tonight there's gonna be a jailbreak, so don't you be around. Don't you be around. That's why Steve's not around. He didn't want to do this. Bark, bark. Tonight there's gonna be trouble. Some of us won't survive. See the boys and me mean business, busting out dead or alive. I can hear the hound dogs on my trail, and hell breaks loose, and alarms and sirens wail. Like the game, if you lose, go to jail. Again, tonight there's gonna be a jailbreak somewhere in the town. Tonight there's gonna be a jailbreak, so don't you be around. Tonight there's gonna be trouble I'm gonna find myself in. Tonight there's gonna be trouble, so woman stay with a friend and not Smokey. You know it's safer not with Smokey. Why are we doing this? This is the BBQ Central Show.
Just saying. Breakout.
All right, there he is. Doug with his rendition of Jailbreak. Wow. Dropping in some ad-libs there. I think there was a Smokey reference. There was a Steve quit because he didn't want to sing reference. Something about going to jail again reference. A lot of things being dropped around on that song. We go to the expert panel of judges. All right. Bobby is requesting to go first on this feedback. All right, let's have it, Bob.
All right. So, I think you were better than the first two. You sang more and they talked, but you were very quiet. The music was louder, and I think you were really holding back. And I feel like there's more potential there to work with, and you just didn't show it today.
Is there a chance that actually there is no more potential there?
No,
like the potential has been tapped.
I think there's some.
Okay.
I just think you need to be louder and
louder.
Yeah, the music just kind of drowned you out. Yeah, I think you can do better.
All right, Marley, your expert opinion.
You sounded very into it compared to the other two, but you were very choppy.
Very choppy. All right. Maddie, your final review of Doug before we get to me.
He was better than the first two.
Put the mic up closer to your face.
He was.
Talk with authority. Let's go, goddammit.
Sorry, let me get into the camera. He was he was better than the first two, but he was still offbeat at some points. Too quiet, couldn't really hear him, but he could be better.
But he could be better. All right. Yeah. Well, there's some promise going on there. I see that. If I'm taking a quick review of the experts' opinions, Doug, they like the singing. The bed maybe was a little hot, and they think that there is potential there. So what would you like to answer back to the judge?
Thank you for your comments. Obviously, a diamond in the rough, and perhaps next time we'll give it a little more energy. So I appreciate the encouragement. Thank you very much. Love to you.
All right. So we've run out of time, which means no time for me, unfortunately. That's a shame, but I'm just kidding, of course. So we will now do my rendition, the final rendition of Jailbreak. We've probably run this one right into the ground. Stand by as we go to my version of Jailbreak. Here we go.
Somewhere in this town, to me and the boys, we don't like it, so we're getting up and going down. High and low, looking right to left. If you see us coming, I think that it's best to move away. Do you hear what I say from under my breath? Tonight there's gonna be a jailbreak somewhere in the town. Tonight there's gonna be a jailbreak, so don't you be around. Don't you be around. Tonight there's gonna be trouble. Some of us won't survive. See, me and the boys, we mean business, busting out dead or alive. I can hear the hound dogs on my trail. All hell breaks loose along with sirens wail. Like a game, if you lose, go to jail. Tonight there's gonna be a jailbreak somewhere in the town. Tonight there's gonna be a jailbreak, so don't you be around. Tonight there's gonna be trouble. I'm gonna find myself in. Tonight there's gonna be a jailbreak, so woman, stay with a friend.
All right, there it is. Final version of the evening. And, of course, the most painful part of this process, we will have to go to the judges for their expert opinion. Let me get them in screen here and open up the mics. We'll start with Marley right off the bat. I'm sorry.
I will be going
Sorry,
first.
Maddie, move down so we can get you in the shot here. Jeez Louise. Well, if everybody was sitting where they should be.
There's
What
one
are you
chair.
talking about?
There's
That's all
one
right.
chair.
That's fine. All right,
Anyway,
Maddie, your
back
thoughts.
to the horrible thing I just listened to.
Oh.
It was actually the worst. And it sounded like you just put auto-tune over the entire thing.
What?
You really overdid it. And I did not like it at all.
All right. Wow. Holy crap. We go to Marley. Remember, you guys are on camera, so as you make your faces, we can all see you. Marley, your thoughts?
Are you sure it was you? I think that was not you. That was definitely someone else. That was not my father. He cannot sing like that.
Wow.
What?
Wait. All right. Bobby, your thoughts?
Yes, great. Now, I do see potential in you.
Okay. You see
No. You were a little pitchy. Some parts, yeah. I could feel some emotion, but I definitely thought there could have been more. It did sound like there was auto-tune a little bit, but I'm not sure. Maybe it's just these.
I don't know if it's fair for you to say there might be auto-tune and then in the next sentence say, but you're not sure. I mean, you either have to know or you don't.
Okay, well, I don't, because maybe it's headphones, you know?
Wow.
But yeah, I don't know. You have room for improvement.
Wow. All right. Room for improvement. There you go. All right. So we thank the judges this evening, and they can vacate as they see fit. Take the headphones off first. They're very expensive. My good. Thank you, judges. All right. So we open it up to the floor here for final comments. Doug, your thought on the overall execution of this evening's performance?
Well, it was as bad and better than I thought. But Greg, with the edit, you were fantastic, I would say, and your daughters crushed you.
They did crush me. I mean, I was surprised. Could you imagine?
Unbelievable.
Man, get out of here, you damn kids. That's what I say. John, your thoughts over the process tonight?
I think it worked swimmingly. I think your use of long haul reverb, not auto tune, was extremely well executed.
Oh,
by the
nice.
way. Because that's exactly what I was like. Man, I wish if I was trying to turn the hall down a little bit, but really well done, Greg. I love Doug. You look fantastic, and Ricer, you nail it. I hope I make it to the next round, but I'm feeling you three are moving forward.
All right, and Ricer, your thoughts on this evening?
Well, hey, I'm a video guy and you guys are audio, so, well, at least two of you. Great job. I thought, there was some hall in there. I could hear a little hall. I'll have to remember that next time, so, but hey, great job. It was a lot of fun. And the judges, I think they were fair. I think maybe a little hard on you, Greg, but the rest of us, I think they were fair.
Yeah, wow, no kidding, a little hard on me, but that's all right. I live with them, so they have to. It's like, when you're the coaches. When you're the dad coach, you always seem to take it out a little bit more on your kid than everybody else. Doug, you know your mic's on, right? Come on.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't talk to your producer. You're on the show, for crying out loud. Let's go. All right, so I think this was really good. I thought, Jeff, you did a great job. I thought John did a good job. Doug, I think, has a little bit of advantage here, and not necessarily because his production was great. What I thought was, he might get, the look, no doubt about it. I mean, he's got the whole Phil look. He's got the hat. He's got the glasses, all that stuff, which is right on point. But I think the fact that he sounded like he was in a room with a transistor radio up to a microphone, getting that kind of a bed feel to it, I think there might be some kind, I don't want to say sympathy vote, but I think that there's going to be a rudimentary production sympathy vote that's going to be coming in. And I know of the three of you, everybody was hoping to be eliminated this round so they don't have to move on. And I have to tell you, I think all four of us are in big trouble. all of us cannot be eliminated, and this thing is over this month. 3 of us will be singing again next month. So here's what I need from all of you that are listening, either live tonight or in podcast fashion. You have to send me an email to vote, and then in the subject line, just put American Idol or Barbecue Central Show American Idol or whatever you want to put. And then rank from first to fourth in your order of who you think was best, and then rank accordingly. We will tally those votes, and you have from now until next Monday at midnight, where the voting will close. We will quickly tabulate, and then in next show's second hour, we'll announce who is going to move on to the April version of Barbecue Central Show's American Idol. So once again, send me the email, Greg at thebbqcentralshow.com. And all kidding aside here, gang, I mean, putting yourself out like this, taking the risk of singing. I know a lot of us are not used to singing. I think all of us are not used to singing. And just giving it a whirl and throwing it up against the wall. That's the best part, and I thank everybody for doing that. So, and also, I do want to thank Jeff for allowing me to hijack his YouTube airwaves and put this show out over the Dead Broke Barbecue. It did seem to work this time, Jeff, so certainly I appreciate that. Anything to promote as I let you go? Doug?
Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Rogue Cookers.
All right, John, promoting?
Catch me outside on Fridays for the best moments of the Barbecue Central Show in 10 minutes or less in the Barbecue Central Show Really Big Show podcast feed.
All right. And Jeff, anything to promote before we head up?
Yeah, come out and see me on Instagram and check out my YouTube channel, Dead Broke Barbecue, and leave a comment. Let me know you stopped in.
All right.
Appreciate it.
There they are, the Embedded Correspondents. There they go. Thanks, guys. And we will see them again in April. We will see all of them in April, by the way. But only 3 of us.
Whole packers.
What did I do?
Full rack.
Now, hold on a damn minute. I got a thing I got to do here. Here we go. All of them will be back. We might actually have an extra embedded correspondent. So 4 correspondents and me, but 3 of us will be singing. Who that 3 will be, yet to be seen. In the meantime, subscribe to the Smoke Sheet, a weekly newsletter that keeps you in the know on everything happening in the barbecue world, including top news, events, recipes, and more, started by Ryan Cooper and Sean Ludwig, both of them traveling around the country, probably not now, and finding the best barbecue stories and then reporting on it. You can sign up at bbqnewsletter.com, a great all-in-one resource covering the live fire industry. All right, we're back to wrap up the show. Stick around.
Whole packers, full racks, legs and thighs, injecting butts. If you've never heard this before, you might think you found the best XXX show ever. Let's get back to the most homoerotic host out there today, Greg Rempe.
All right, once again, thanks to the Embedded Correspondents for dropping their versions of Jailbreak. We did the first ever, the debut episode of American Idol Barbecue Central Show edition, and I certainly thank them for putting themselves out there like that. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and get the hell out. All the way back in the first hour, Ted Conrad from Fireboard, fireboard.com. New release on the app, taking pictures and documenting, then sending it up to social. That's going to be great. You can download the new app right now and get the update instantaneously or wait for the rollout. We also talked with Derek Riches, derekriches.com, about HPBA 2020. And then in the second hour, the Embedded Correspondents sang their way through it. The smash hit Jailbreak by monster supergroup and I believe Rock and Roll Hall of Fame nominated Thin Lizzy. Next month, the 3 get to pick their own. Don't forget to vote. Vote, vote. Email me, Greg at the BBQ Central Show, with your favorites in order. Greg, John, Doug, or Jeff in the order you see fit. Big show planned for you next week, September 11th, 2001. I will never forget. Until next Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern, this is your program host and proud U.S. American, Greg Rempe. Good night now.
Hi, this is Austin Parsons, Pitmaster with Smoky Mountain Q in Nashville, Tennessee, and you are listening to the Barbecue Central Show.